Hey, how's it going? Been a hot second before, you know, I did anything. It's been a while since I've been too active on social media platforms, and I'm finally starting to do it again. Question the avatar all you want. I wear all kinds of avatars here. I just think this one will gather the most attention. And I also uploaded it, so I'm proud of it. But lately I've been doing a lot of VR stuff. God dang it, my freaking internet died. Naturally. Alright. Let's try this again. Screw this internet. I need a new Wi-Fi card, y'all. Alright, let's try this again. Hi. Been a hot second before I did anything consistently on social media. So here I am. God dang it, my eye itches. So here I am, making completely different content than I think anybody expected. Because I've gotten super into VR games. Bro, Bone Lab is so cool. I love that game. It's awesome. I love games like that. I like VR chat as well. I'm not just part of this community. I'm part of a lot of them. There is even a small Cruelty Squad community on here. You know how fucking cool that is? It's Cruelty Squad. And, I became friends with a lot of people, and a lot of them happen to be part of the furry community, I guess. I would never wear a fursuit or do any of that in real life, just on VR chat, because it attracts attention, and you also get to deal with some pretty funny fucking trolls. So, here I am. My goals are to make content relatively often, but I'm still ironing out all the kinks. I have a new computer that's got some issues. Wi-Fi keeps disconnecting, as you probably saw from a little bit ago whenever I tried to start this video off and then it just died. It just does that. Not sure. Need a new Wi-Fi card or whatever. Graphics card's not great. You know, just all the little things. Microphone's ass. I'm just adjusting all this shit, making a bunch of videos and then them not working out at all, so I just don't upload. So honestly, this is just my attempt to get something out there, at least, because I don't want my channel to go radio silent again. I don't really know what else to say. I went through 2 jobs. Sorry about that face. It's weird. I don't know. It just made that face. Went through 2 jobs. First, I went to Sonic, and I worked there for about a year. 1 year. And they kept telling me I'd get a raise, and I was working at $8 an hour. It was shitty. Working full-time at Sonic was not fun. Didn't have many other options though, because I live in a small town, so I just kind of stayed there for a while. And then I became jobless for a bit because I was sick of their shit, and then I started working at McDonald's. And I make $11 an hour, so it's kind of enough. It's enough that I've paid off my car, and I think whenever I turn 18, I'm ready to just go. Me and my dad's relationship is rocky, to say the fucking least. So I don't need to go in detail on that, but a lot of just becoming silent and going radio silent and disappearing from the media all the time is generally because we're in a fallout or something. We just don't see eye to eye. It's just how it is. I'm really good friends, really incredibly good friends with somebody. I'm gonna say their real name because I don't want to get them in trouble. The real name is Kota, and they are quite literally one of the most important people in my life. Before that though, I've had a boyfriend for 3 years, and me and him, we were great for the longest time. But all the shit that I've kinda been conditioned to as I was growing up has rubbed off on me quite a bit. And eventually, near the end of the relationship, I started to emotionally affect him, and that sucked. I didn't want that for him, so I ultimately ended it, and it hurt like shit, but we're still friends. I handle stuff like that very poorly, and I'm trying to do better, but it's not super easy. So I've been through rough spots quite often. Miss him a lot, but it's what it is, man. They come and they go. So he got me into VR chat, and he was also a furry, and at that time I 100% was not one. I wasn't interested in the community like at all, but I liked him as a person, not because of the furry thing. So I just kind of hung out with him, and he was so into it. It was such a big part of who he was that eventually I just followed along, and it's kind of became normal at this point. I wouldn't do any of this shit in real life. I'm not cringe like that. It's weird. I would never eat out of a dog bowl or anything like that. It's terrible. I am just a person. Just a person. I do person things. I do human things. I'm not weird and gonna be like raw or anything. I just wear these avatars because I like them. And generally, the community, a lot of people are actually pretty interesting. There's a lot of smart fucking people. It's crazy. Ones that can beatbox, ones that know how to program, ones that make full avatars. I met a crap ton of people, and it's pretty amazing what some people can do and how intricate everybody else's lives are in comparison to your own. Because you realize that everybody else's lives are just as complex as your own. It's kind of a crazy thought to think about. However, me 100% having social and emotional issues, I keep losing friends. I keep gaining friends and then losing them, and I can't hold friends. So it's been kind of rough because I'm not exactly sure how to go about this, because I've never had like a good example growing up. So I'm just kind of working as I'm going. I'm trying my best, and that's why I've decided to start making videos again, because that person Kota, she's literally my savior. After the breakup with my boyfriend of 3 years, it was rough, and I am not religious or spiritual. I don't believe in an afterlife. If there's like ever something that's like definitive proof of like an afterlife or whatever, I'm an open book. I'll accept whatever. There just has to be enough proof for me. But being that I don't believe in an afterlife, sometimes it's hard to find a drive, because you'll have time to just sit down and think, and then you're like, what's the purpose? What am I doing? Do I really need to go through 100 or some odd years of living? Because what's it gonna do? Who's gonna remember me whenever I die? I'll be remembered for like a generation at most. 1 billion doesn't mean jack shit in infinity's face, and time is infinite. So what's the point here? I don't know. I really don't. So I'm usually just trying to distract myself. And with that mentality, and not anything to really kind of support me and help me get the help I need with that, it's just a lot of low motivation. So I haven't been making videos. And after me and my boyfriend broke up, I became suicidal. And I was gonna run away from home to this bridge that is downtown. And I was gonna jump off of it because I just really didn't feel. I thought all my worries would be over because I wouldn't have to deal with anything anymore. I didn't ask to be alive, and it's just kind of a split-second thing. You're so distraught that you don't think clearly. And that's where Kota rolled in, and she basically like directed all of her attention towards me and then told me to get on VR chat and basically made me hang out with her because she didn't want me doing no crazy shit. She stayed up later than she usually does, and she's a busy fucking person. So she took time out of her day, and I barely even knew who she was. She took time out of her day to try to make sure I was okay and I'd be fine, and that spoke leagues to me. She makes VR content and some other normal game content, and she's relatively popular. By doing that, she's an amazing enough figure in my life that some things she does, I feel like doing as well. I've had a YouTube channel for a while, but I have no motivation to upload to it because all of my friends get tired of it and they don't continue doing it. And she's been doing it for a long time and she's established a fan base. I want to do that. I want to positively influence people's lives, and I want to actually do something good for other people. I want to entertain people. Not having a drive is difficult, but I can find one thing that I always enjoy, no matter which means I use to do it. I always enjoy entertaining people. Always. If I'm making other people have a good time because what I'm doing is cool, I'm feeling it. I'm digging it. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I don't really care, like if looking like this is gonna make all of my fans go away, because there's going to be ones that do vibe with this that will eventually show up later. It's what it is. Definitely recommend me games. I don't know why I raised this arm, it doesn't do anything. Definitely recommend me games and shit to play, because I'd love to. I'd love to have more games to play and edit and do all this crazy shit and entertain people. If you prefer short ass videos, then I can do that. If you prefer long videos, I can do that. It's whatever. Want a hug? I mean, fuck. Oh my god, this is literally the worst. It's like disappearing. Alright, okay.